I don't do this live too often, so I'll wait till I get a couple more people on here. Normally I'm at a studio and somebody doing it for me, but I'm gonna try it out today. See how this works. Uh, Make a couple conclusions. I done came to a couple conclusions that I see a lot of people that still glorify the gang banging. So I want to have a conversation today with those who believe. See, I don't want to use my YouTube channel to glorify the gang banging. I want to use my YouTube channel to promote peace, promote the peace that's going on. And I see a lot of people they glorifying it. So see if I can get y'all to tap in the chat about the glorification of it. I'm not talking about FG, Kev Mack, Alex Alonso. I'm not talking about the dudes who've been doing historical work and 10 toes deep in there. But I'm talking about a lot of other these other YouTube channels, and I don't believe they're in LA, but they're talking about death and homicide that happened in LA. They putting together war stories of different gang wars, and they using bad information. It's like they're researching and then they talking about it. So I wanna see, man, what y'all think about that, about these people who are putting these other channels together, talking about LA gang wars. Even if it ain't LA, if they talking about other cities they ain't from, what y'all think about that, man? I can't glorify gang banging. I can't speak on, what it's done because there's too many people dead from it, and they still getting dead. They getting shot every day. So, man, what y'all think? What y'all think? We'll wait for y'all to respond in the chat. Let's figure it out. But I don't think it should be any. I don't think it should be any glorifying of the gang violence. And once again, I'm gonna remove certain people who have been doing historical work. The guys who Alex Alonso, Kev Mack, FG. Shout out to OG Baby Gangster. Shout out to Baby Gangster. He's always putting something positive out as well. So I'm not talking about these guys. I'm talking about these individuals who are not from LA, who putting stuff together, who, I'm just gonna be honest. They talked about a shooting where Jarrell Green got killed, and they gave out bad information on the other victim's family. A shooting about Jamil Shaw that happened in, I guess it was March 2008, and they claiming he was a gang member, and that dude ran with my son, my nephews. I know he was a in-house gang member. He wasn't outside with it. Um, so trying to think, what's the good and what's the bad? Do you just start telling stories about things you read about and then go on YouTube and create a channel? And these dudes is getting views. People from other city talking about Jamil Shaw, talking about Jarrell Green. Well, I know Sandra, Jarrell's mom. I know Ernest, Jarrell's dad. I know Jamil Shaw Sr. and his mother. I was there when she came home from the service. She had just got stationed in Iraq, but came home because her son, they call him Jazz, uh, when he got killed. So I tell you stuff that I know for sure because I was there. Um, I'm on the phone with the dude who got shot when Jarrell Green got killed. He's on his way to the hospital, and he told me who did it. But what I'm saying is people who are not from this area have no right and no business to bring up names and transcripts. all this is public record, so anybody can get it. But sometimes it creates a trigger in the family. So that's why I'm asking y'all what y'all think, man. Should these dudes be out here having? I mean, I can't stop them, even if I say they shouldn't. But these dudes is coming from somewhere else, getting all these records, talking about the wars between these different gangs, and to me, it's glorifying it. And my channel ain't gonna do that no more. I'm gonna make sure there ain't no glorification of gangs. I'm gonna make sure that whatever comes on here is gonna be positive. It's gonna make sure that people can live and go to different neighborhoods and different blocks and not be triggering somebody. So I'm gonna sit here and wait on y'all to send me something. Send me something. Tell me what y'all think. I need y'all feedback. And I don't go live too often, so y'all, if I'm missing something, if I ain't pressed the right button, y'all tell me that too. I got still Silver Stacks, Real Righteous, Markel Webb, LS Cherry Black, got Lewis Atkins, Giovanni, Get Off, Don Dub, Daniel Bryant. Let me see where the chat is. I got a chat going. Y'all might be saying something. I don't know where it is. Let me go look and see. I should get me a damn producer. Oh, here we go, right here. All right, I knew y'all was saying something. Damn, I'm slow, y'all. Please forgive me. But channels from LA post the info and they price it together. Maybe piece it together. They doing it for views. I got you. As long as elders lead to YouTube, the wrong path and never stop. Oh, as long as elders lead the youth the wrong way. Thanks for the happy Sunday. Blessings to you too. It's garbage. If they don't know the truth, man, that's what I'm saying. If they don't know the truth, why is they doing that? And for real, I got a phone call. I don't know if y'all can Google whatever Jarrell Green. So Jarrell Green don't gangbang, but he stand about 6'8", and he went to let me tell the call back, but he went to the chicken stand with one of his little partners, and when they get to the chicken stand, his partner gangbang. His partner's with the business. The dude bounced out the car and went to go shoot his partner, and when he did, he hit him twice in the gut, like. But then he turned on Jarrell and hit him in the head, and it was a one and done. So somebody gathered all the information and put it out there. Somebody gathered the information and put it out there. All of a sudden, I go live and everybody want to call, but he put it out there, but he named the partner's father and mother, and sister, and the girlfriend, and it created a divide anyway when that happened because Jarrell don't gangbang. So the family is tripping like, why our son got to be dead? And he wasn't the one who was targeted by that. So that was, and I want to say that was 2011 or 12 when that happened. So now 2022, somebody put this video out, and I'm just saying, why bring up the old stuff and then name family members? These people still alive. The young dude who didn't die, he eventually got killed a couple years later, and his family is still alive. And they called me for real. They called me like, Skip, get that taken down. But shit, I can't. I don't know this dude. I don't know who he is. Same thing happened with Jamil Shaw. They posting pictures. Jamil Shaw, if you guys look at Jamil Shaw, who was killed in 2008, all the pictures of him gangbanging was in the bathroom. So everybody say he was a rolling 20 blood, and he wasn't. He just simply wasn't. He hung around young dudes his age, and the young dudes his age, like from Beirut. One of them, my son. My nephews are the other two. So Jamil Shaw was gangbanging in the bathroom. Jamil Shaw never went to Lauren Miller Park. Jamil Shaw never knew Jimbo and Iceman and Rocky and these guys. He never knew them. He don't know them. So somebody put it out there that he was gangbanging. Yeah, he was the hardest thing in the bathroom, but he wasn't outside like that. His father wouldn't let him come out the house like that. So just saying that there's some things that I'm privileged to know. And these dudes doing these things, somebody said it's for views. I agree. Totally agree. Oh shit. Cash App, yep, it's $ second call skip, the number 2ND. CALL. Let me see. I'm gonna put it up here. You know, y'all, I ain't never asked for money. I really haven't. I haven't asked for money, but said, Lord knows my stomach be growling sometimes, and I'll be like, ooh wee. It's the word on Mad Ronald, man. I'm sitting in my Pasadena office right now because this is when he calls. This is how I get to put him on the air. I don't know how to do it from my phone, so I'm sitting here right now. I'm gonna learn how to do this shit at home. I'm sure it's the same thing. I haven't talked to Mad Ronald. He was supposed to go to court in August. But I will tell you this. I'm gonna give y'all Mad Ronald's address. It's 235 Aviation Drive. He's in Thomaston, Georgia. That's Thomaston, Georgia. The zip code is 30286. He's in the Upston County Jail, and I believe this is his booking number 125146. I might be wrong, but I know it's 235 Aviation Drive, Thomaston, Georgia, Upston County Jail. His name is Ronald Chapman. Ronald Trapman, yes, indeed. Free that brother. Uh, free. I'm gonna put his name on this here. Free Ronald. Where'd it go? Yes, indeed. That's his number. Put his booking number here. 125146. That's his booking number, and his address is 235 Aviation Drive. Thomaston, Georgia. 30286. All right, there's Ronald's information. Hey, let me tell y'all some things, man, that's going on. Some of y'all might recognize, some of y'all might not. But there are certain neighborhoods, certain areas in LA where there's no back and forth, where they've had 35, 40 years, even 50 years of back and forth. And there's no back and forth now. So I just want to give props and shout outs to those communities that have been uh, doing a wonderful thing of not having dead people, man. I don't know if y'all realize, but we getting less and less people getting dead. I can only speak for LA, Inglewood, Pasadena, Compton. I could speak for these areas because I'm in them or around them every day. Uh, Less and less people are getting killed out here. So I don't know about other small towns back in the Midwest and everywhere else, but out here in LA, man, it's a major piece that we're experiencing. That don't mean that everybody done put their pistol down, but most people have. So, uh, so I say don't give in to the dudes who keep putting these videos together. The videos they putting together that glorifying the violence, You know, and there's some people talking about their old war stories too, their jail stories, and you know, I don't get it. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. Uh, let's let's get some good content going. I got something I'm working on with I don't know if you guys used to listen to the Tupac songs. In the beginning of the song, he would call out these names. He'd say Manute, Paint, Psych, Bogart, Sad Dog, Surge. Well, of course, Psych is rest in peace. But Manute, Paint, and Surge still alive. Just on the phone with Manute. He said he's gonna do an interview, a couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3. Talk about some of the things that they had went through. Uh, Thug life, Outlaws, Immortal. So I want to do content where we can grow, where we could learn the history of certain things, whatever it is, the history of our music, history of our culture, whatever it is. But uh, yeah, Flame Ridge, yes indeed. I statement indeed. But yeah, I want to do things to uplift our culture. You guys give me some feedback on how to uplift the culture, man. I want to use my platform to bring peace to these different communities, and there's some of them right now. I can't even mention these communities because as soon as I say that it's peace in these communities, somebody gonna want to go shoot something. So yeah, I don't even want to do that. I don't want to sit here and tell y'all that these people are at peace, and then somebody listening got that hate for ear, and they go do something about it. But yeah, all eyes on me. Um, Shit, the Thug Life. If y'all never got that Thug Life CD, um, there's a dude named Mental Illness. He damn near wrote that whole CD. Only problem was he got dead right before they put it together. Marcel. He's a cold dude, man. I want Psych and not Psych, rest in peace. But I want Manute and Serge and them to talk about him because shit, that's who Tupac really lived his life story. And nothing against Tupac, he was already gangster, but y'all gotta learn that about Marcel. But anyway, what are some of the other things? Um, Man, I would love to connect with fathers in hip hop as well. To have jobs, businesses, to bring them together, the money at the same time. All right, so y'all Google second call, man, the number 2NDCALL. Because what a lot of people don't know is, man, I'm connected with the unions. I get people in the careers, carpenters, electricians, iron workers, all that. And people say, hey, we don't have no jobs. There's nothing for them to do. It is something for them to do. Most people that I encounter won't stop smoking weed to become a carpenter. I'm going to tell you, a carpenter union, I don't care what you are, cement finisher, I don't care if you do acoustics. I don't care if it's framing, um, drywall, whatever it is. It's a 4-year apprenticeship program. After 4 years, you're at about 47, 43, $47 an hour. The IBW to be an electrician. It's a 5-year apprenticeship program. And most people who finish that, if they're inside wiremen, they're at about 52, $53 an hour. So imagine working 10-hour days and you're getting like, just say $50 an hour. That's $500. So it is work out there. It is careers. I'm not even gonna say jobs because it's full medical, dental, and vision benefits. But people always saying ain't nothing out there. Right now in LA, there's right behind the Pollo Loco, there's a park being built, Sankofa Park. Second call. Look at the shirt, man. Second call. We're the job coordinators. I'm sitting in my Pasadena office where my job coordinator leaves. He's gonna leave tomorrow morning, 6 in the morning from right here to go out there to tap in whatever local hire. So make sure that make sure that shit, y'all tap in. It's not about jobs. There's plenty of careers. I know where they hiring. Alameda's hiring down here. Alameda Construction's hiring in Pasadena. Destination Crenshaw and PCL subcontractors are hiring at Destination Crenshaw. Turner is hiring. Their subcontractors are hiring at the Intuit Dome. They're building the Clipper Stadium. They're building on Vermont and 84th. I don't know if that's McCarthy or whatever it is, but there's a lady that we're connected with. I can get somebody in a career. They got to stop smoking weed. and they got to be ready to. So yeah, there are jobs, careers. I would say. Mental gave Corrupt his name. Yep. So some of y'all don't know. Let's talk about the history. L.A. Hawthorne Mall. Hawthorne Mall was where you was definitely gonna get into a fight if you was gangbanging because it was a Crip mall, but Bloods would come up there every now and again or whatever. But yeah, it was where the Crips fight the Crips, where the gangsters in the neighborhoods would fight. But young dudes like Red Rum, young dudes like Corrupt, Big Y. Um, I don't know if Squeak Rue went there, but that crew, the crew that was south of Century, and Corrupt went to Lusinger, so he was somewhere over there in that area as well. But all them dudes just go to the Hawthorne Mall, and you know the IVCs, the Watergates, Crenshaw Mafias, CPBs, Avenue Pyrus, um, neighborhood Crips. They would all go to the Hawthorne Mall, the Legends, or whatever. They were Myrtle Streets back in the days. Everybody would go to the Hawthorne Mall. And these dudes, instead of starting fighting, they started rapping. And they rapping against each other. And this is like the birth of hip hop. So it was really historic, this Hawthorne Mall, where you got guys like Corrupt, Red Rum, and Mental. And I'm going to tell y'all, Mental was the hardest. Mental was the hardest. And that's where Tupac got his style from. He got it from Mental. All that being reincarnated, Mental made that song back when he was 16, 17 years old. He said his only fear of death was being reincarnated. And shit like that stuck. It really did. So figure out how to keep this going where we could glorify the music, glorify the culture, but not glorify the gang banging. You know, and actually, that music culture actually um, led way for people to even banging on wax. Think about it, the people I just named was banging on wax. Red Rum and Big Y. They were part of that original banging on wax on the blood side. So let's get it going. Yeah, banging on wax is crazy. There was one song on a Crip song. I don't know what it was, dipping or something like that, but it was kind of banging. And I heard Bloods listening to it, you know, and of course all the Crips was listening to Pyru Love, even though they called themselves Pyru Killers or Blood Killers. That shit was banging. You got to admit it, it was banging. So we really don't have to die, man. We could create music, you know, even DJ Quick, like he said, he was the first one banging on wax. When I got out in 1988, we went to Skate Land and DJ Quick was passing out his uh, his tape, his cassette tape, but no CDs back then. It was a cassette tape, and everybody got that real DJ Quick, and he was banging. He banged on everybody. Yes, indeed. Rest eternal, Red Rum. All right, well, shit, y'all got action at me, man. I'm sitting here waiting on. I was waiting on a particular phone call, but shit, just want to clear that up, man. That all these dudes out here that's promoting the gang violence, man. I'm gonna cut that off my line. I ain't gonna promote the gang violence. I'm gonna promote positive about our culture, and anything about our culture that's positive. Any suggestions, y'all shoot them to me. I'm gonna make it happen. Okay, that's a cold name. Okay, at 504. Trying to figure out where 504 is. Yeah, White Boy Eric, man, he rest in peace, man. That was my partner. He told me he wasn't gonna die. I talked to him on the phone in January. One of my other friends, Ghost, died. I did an interview with Ghost too. Ghost couldn't read nor write. Got 33 years to life. And he went to the law library and gave that shit back. He did 9 years. Got him and his brother out. And I called White Boy Eric when Ghost died. And I said, "You all right?" He said, "Hell yeah, I'm all right, man. I ain't gonna die, Skip." I was supposed to sit on his porch and look through his pictures. And he was gonna take me back in the days with all the different Chevys he had. I was gonna do a real interview, and yeah, that broke my heart. Quick story about White Boy Eric. There's this girl. She hate to say that she was the finest girl in 1982, but shit, she was. And she lived in the neighborhood crib right off the where the guess the blocks. Yeah, 107 around there. She lived on 107, real close to Normandy. And I seen White Boy. She was in White Boy Eric's car back in maybe 83, 84. And we were at the Fat Burgers on La Cienega, where San Vicente and La Cienega come together like in a V. There was a Fat Burgers right there. And after every skating ring, Thursday, Sunday, Word on Wheels, everybody go to the Fat Burgers. She in the car and her, guess it was her baby daddy, maybe it's her dude, was trying to get her out of White Boy Eric's car. And White Boy Eric told him, hey, look, man, she got out the car. That's on her. But you can't beat on her and fuck with her while she in the car. And shit, the dude kept getting at her and started pulling on her and punching on her. And White Boy Eric came and did something to him. And I remember that. I was like, damn, this dude got a hell of a lowrider and he gangster with it. And then there was another dude who was punking everybody. This dude was taking people's car. There's a dude named Jay Clayton was telling everybody, man, I'm going to move your mama car, your sister car. I'm going to open your garage and I'm going to steal your car tonight. He would tell dudes that and then he would do it. Dudes waiting up for him 2, 3 in the morning. As soon as they fall asleep, man, he's honking the horn, burning rubber in front of their house, letting them know he got their car. And this dude fucked with White Boy Eric. And can't bring up no bad feelings now because White Boy Eric's dead, Jay Clayton's dead. But Jay Clayton that did something, robbed White Boy Eric's little brother, took a car from him or took something. And that was the end of Jay Clayton. I'm not sure what happened or how it happened, but White Boy Eric had a hell of a reputation. And he just got old and had bad internal issues and didn't make it to, I think he died at the age of 60. Yeah. Yep. It was a rumor Red Rum dying from colon cancer. Any truth to that? Nah, I don't think it was colon cancer. It was I think it was blood cancer or bone cancer. It was something, but yeah, he did die of cancer. Red Rum died of cancer, but I don't think it wasn't in his colon, it was in his stomach, and he talked about pain and not being able to hold food down. And yeah, it was really crazy, man, because I started calling him and he stopped answering the phone, but he would text me and he would say, man, I'm in pain. What's going on? And I was like, man, I was just hoping that it would get better. And a lot of people were saying that, man, it's fake love at Red Rum funeral. But it wasn't fake love, man. Everybody that knew him would go see him, would call him, would text him. People was donating money to him. So, that's what I be getting at the internet when people say things, they want it to be true because they said it. And they be in Kansas City or St. Louis or they be in Texas somewhere. And they be somewhere else and don't know Red Rum lived in the Nickerson Gardens. He didn't have a lot of money. He lived in the projects. And he was accessible to all of us. And people like myself, Cynthia Nunn, her daughters, people who, really knew him, man, the people from Inglewood, they was calling him, they was talking to him. They was helping him any way they could. So ain't no fake love, man. A lot of people love Red Rum. But I posted a video of the funeral and people were saying all the fake love. He couldn't even get $100. He couldn't get $1,000. Nah, man, everybody gave what they could, whether it was time, whether it was money, or just sitting there with him, just letting him know, man, we here, we with you. So yeah, it's a terrible loss. Red Rum got a lot of songs that he never published. It's just sitting in his computer in his flash drive, and he just never did anything with it. How did Red Rum get his name? I don't know that. I know it's murder backwards, but I'm gonna tell you, and then people said that too. White people and other people saying, "Oh, well, that's good. He was a killer." He wasn't a killer, man. I'm telling you, when this dude was younger, him and Corrupt, which is his family member, Marcel, Big Y, all these dudes, probably Lil Hawk too. All these dudes went to the mall. Lil Hawk bang though, bang hard. I mean, Big Y bang too, but these dudes went to the mall and they did music. They did music. So he wasn't a killer. He shit, since the time he was a teenager, he was rapping. So he wasn't never the one out there shooting at folks. He was in the studio or at home writing. He was at all the picnics and all the functions. He's with it. He's Avenue Piru. But every gang member ain't a killer, and every killer ain't a gang member. So it is what it is. But rest in peace, Red Rum. How to get his name? Skip out. Love to meet up when I come to LA. Atlanta Falcons say you love to meet up when you come to LA. Well, let me tell you what I'm about to do. On the 24th, I'm gonna be in LaGrange, Georgia, and I'm gonna be in LaGrange, and then I'm driving to what's the name of that city on the other side of Athens. I'm going to Athens. There's a conference I got to be at for 4 days. So let's connect in between me leaving LaGrange, going to Athens. I got to pass ATL. So go on my Instagram, Second Call Wolfpack. Go on the Instagram. The number 2ND is like this, Second Call Wolfpack. And direct message me. So I'll have your info. And when I get to Georgia, I can make a stop. All right, Norwood's tapping in. What's the word, big homie? Oh yeah, he couldn't talk in the end. I'm talking about Red Rum. Yeah, he couldn't talk. That's why he was texting. He would text me like, "What's up?" Like I'm calling him for a reason. He like, what's that? But sometimes I ain't called for a reason. Sometimes I just call to check on him, see how he doing. Yeah. Appreciate it. You got 200 of his songs, or you got the shit? You got the list. You got everything. 200 of his songs. Hell no, man. Ronald ain't happy with his legal team. He been out there since October of 2020, and he has been to court one time, only one time. So no, he's not happy. Let me see. Yeah, he couldn't talk. Yep. We was talking about Red Rum. His last days, rest in peace. He had cancer. He was in pain. He really was. He was in pain. He couldn't talk. I'm just sharing with everybody, man. There are people that love Red Rum, and we was answering the phone, or we was calling him. People was going to check on him. You know, um, I'm just glad I got to spend a lot of time with him. I want to say these last 2 or 3 years, I spent a lot of time with him. Ever since I moved in this building on 76 and Central, I was always around him. Not like back in the days. I'm doing my thing. He's doing his. Yeah. Yep. Crazy Atlanta has Crips and Bloods now. Yeah, Atlanta got Crips and Bloods, but they also got this black lady who wants to put everybody in jail. And she's saying, don't make the music. I don't know if y'all seen her. I don't know her name, but she's a prosecutor. And she said, don't make the music glorifying guns and robberies and all that. She said, because I'm going to use it against you. So Atlanta got gangs now. I'm not going to say Atlanta. I'm going to say Georgia. And one of the reasons why Matt Ronald's in jail is because somebody said, we do it for you, Matt. We do it for you. But they out there doing robberies and shot a couple people. They tripping on each other. And then they give the credit to Matt Ronald, who was working. He had his own business. He was steam cleaning. He was driving the trucks for the LA Times. So he wasn't out here promoting gangbanging. Man, this dude put my TV up in Pomona. He cleaned my carpet. You know, and then we partners from way back, from shit, 82, 83. We partners, and he still wrote me a receipt. And I'm like, no, I don't need a receipt from you. I give you the money. I trust you. You trust me. But he was doing things legitimate. He said, man, Skip, I'm paying taxes. So I give him $200. Shit, he really only gonna put about 160 in his pocket. He paid taxes on it. And now this man in jail on some RICO act, and he's not even a gang member. He ain't even like that. Little double O is your son. Little double O. I don't know, little double O. I got a son, Devon, Dante, Trevante. My son Deshaun has passed away. I got a son, Carter and Cody. I don't know what they call these motherfuckers, but I don't know double O. But shit. I think Deshaun and Dante are the only two who didn't gangbang. My son Deshaun, rest in peace. And my son Dante uh, drinks a lot, but he don't gang. He gang banged for like a second. He went to juvenile hall. He went to East Lake. You know, I lived in the jungles at the time, and little young Blackstone's telling me he had to take fade with some 18th Street. So he took a fade once or twice, but then this big giant when he said this dude was about 6 feet something. And they was little kids, 14, 15 years old. And he told the Blackstones, man, I'm not fighting that big old dude. I don't even know him. Fuck him. So Dante gang banged for like maybe however long he was in juvenile hall. But I know he ain't a double O. And he ain't never looked back. But I do got gang banging sons, but I don't know double O. It's crazy. I was lying. I was going to skip on maybe documentary Why We Bang. So Why We Bang came out. I was around hanging with Bo Taylor. I was changing my life. Vicky Lindsay and all them in there. I seen that, but I wasn't a part of Why We Bang. I was a part of the next one, which was called the Baron Davis Project, because Baron Davis funded it. But it's called Bloods and Crips Made in America. That's where I stole a line from one of my homeboys, um, Aaron from Cabbage Patch Pyru. He kept calling my homeboy Smiley a pork chop. And I used to laugh every time he say it. And he said, I could look in his eyes. And I knew the stories when Smiley ran and when, but you know, Smiley was tough for a minute, but he used to tell me, Ma, look in his eyes. I see the pork chop in him. So I took that line and gave it to Bloods and Crips Made in America, telling them when I'm at the gas station, I got to look for the pork chops because I'm damn sure a wolf. So yeah, I wasn't in Why We Bang. I was in Bloods and Crips Made in America, though. I came after Why We Bang. Why We Bang was like 2005. Blood and Crips Made in America was 2007, 2008. Oh yeah, it is flimsy evidence on Mad Ronald. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing solid at all, other than people talking about him and saying, and third party people saying he's the leader of the Rolling 20s. And I just want to make it clear right now, even if the feds is watching, Matt Ronald was never the leader of the Rolling 20s. And even if I say that his older brother helped create the name, he still wasn't the leader of the Rolling 20s. And when I talk about Matt Ronald's brother, there's some dudes older than me and him who say, nah, we was the ones. So I be getting into it with the big homies like, man, I can't tell your story though. I only know about my time limit. But they sometimes get mad at me, but they all right with me now. But yeah, it's flimsy evidence. But Ronald's file, they acting like woman gang says I'm Georgia, the young boy. Yep. They put it on Matt Ronald. But these dudes out, like you say, they out there doing their own thing. But they had another dude from LA who had moved out there, and he was promoting that. He was a solid dude in LA. He went to Georgia. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he's still solid or not. I really don't know. I haven't talked to him. Um, Fannie Willis, looking out the window, TV. Fannie Willis, I don't know. I don't know Fannie Willis. Oh, she is Fannie Willis the prosecutor that's going after all these Young Thug and all these other rappers and Matt Ronald. I don't know. I don't know who Fannie Willis is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Light skin is Cody. Yeah, that's my youngest son. He ain't right. I wish he could get right, but he ain't right. But yeah, that's who Double O is. Okay. Double O. Yeah, he go to Hamilton. Cody, that's my youngest son. He turned 15 yesterday. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I got 7 sons, and by far, that little motherfucker's the worst. I'm gonna tell you. I just have to hold my composure because I think about all the things I did to my mother and how disrespectful I was to her. So I think that's God getting me back. God gave me a son named Cody to show me what it was like and what I did to my mama. Yeah, but and they say he go to school at Hamilton. He's enrolled at Hamilton. He's listed to have classes at Hamilton, but said he hopped the fence. He get to school at 8:30. He's gone by 9:30. Uh, yeah, that's the one. Where's Lowdown? Lowdown is around. Lowdown is around. There's two different lowdowns though. So two different lowdowns. There's the one that you guys saw on Slipping with the Bloods, and then there's the dude, the homie who drive trucks. Homie that drives trucks is cool. I got a picture. My homeboy Big Byron ran into the dude. He ran into the dude Lowdown and took a picture with him. He was in Hollywood. The Lowdown who was on Bloods and Crips, slipping with Bloods and Crips 10 years. He wasn't really from around there. He wasn't from around there. Now I don't talk to Lil Doc. I seen him at his court date. Lil Doc is a piece of work. I went in there and I'm speaking on his behalf. Pastor Chef speaking on his behalf. We talking about the things he did on the streets. But when Lil Doc got arrested for this RICO stuff, very first thing the prosecutor said he did is he went to a dude's cell and stabbed him because he turned the TV. So I'm like, come on, Doc, man, you out here doing God's work, but as soon as you get back to jail, you running shit, and as much as we was trying to get it down to 10, 15 years, they gave him 35. Um, Doc did his shit, man. He could make history. I wish one of y'all would write a book on that because I saw it myself. It was God's work when he brought all the East Coast together and they argued and fought and cried and fought some more. And then finally they agreed. So it's like, nobody could have did that. There's nobody I know that could have did that. Probably not even another East Coast member could have did that. So Doc deserved his praise. He brought together the Broadway Crips as well. He sat down with the Kitchen Crips and the Swans as well. Doc was doing a lot of good work, man, a lot of good work. But put him in jail, everybody gonna get stabbed. Doc is gonna be back to who he is, and that's really crazy. But I tip my hat to him because I saw him work under God's umbrella. So I guess when in Rome, you got to do as the Romans do. So he hit somebody. And that's why he got that 35 years. Okay, yeah, old girl's the prosecutor. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the Fulton County DA. All right, so she ain't gonna be the one for Matt Ronald, but yeah, I saw that interview she did though. She ain't no good. She ain't no good. Let me see. Trying to get through this. Let me see. He's a good kid, even though he's a gangbanger. And his friend Grant. Oh my God, man. Funny story with Grant, man. I don't know who this is, G Gerb, but it's a funny story with Grant, man. Grant is a little kid, 15 years old. Man, I had my arm broke, and Grant was sitting there lying to me about my son, and I got so mad, and I swung at Grant, and I swung as hard as I could, and I went in circles. Grant just backed up. I went in circles. I fell. I knocked myself down. I was trying to hit Grant. I'm glad I didn't hit him because he was a kid and I was a grown man. I had no business trying to hit that boy because he lying to me about my son. All right, do you remember Santa Claus? No, Santa Claus wasn't from BPS. He was from 20s. So yeah, Santa Claus was a dude who would fight anybody at any time. Two, three different people. He had a reputation of fighting. But Santa Claus at the same time had he had a he had an issue with the homeboy Lil Rev or Big Rev. I'm sorry, from Blackstone. Santa Claus had an issue. So I spoke in an interview about Santa Claus being one of them dudes that didn't nobody want to run into, didn't nobody want to fight. And shit, Rev took me to the side at T. Rogers' Candlelight Vigil balloon release and got to telling me stuff that happened a year before I moved to the 20s. So I moved to the 20s in 80. So this happened 79, beginning of 80. Some stuff that happened where, you know, it just wasn't on my time. Wasn't what I knew is every time I went to jail, people were saying, "Oh, Santa Claus is this and that," as if he's the hardest dude around. So yeah, any more peace sit downs coming up. You know what's really crazy is people aren't looking at one of the biggest peace agreements that's going on right now. Like I said, I don't want to talk about it, but I just got a call from New York Times magazines. New York Times magazine called me about they want to highlight it. They want me to give them the people who helped put it together. But from February to right now, there's been no shootings and no killings between these two neighborhoods that have been at war for 50 years. And boy, I'll be wanting to talk about it. I'll be wanting to put it on Instagram and Facebook and all that. But I'm gonna tell y'all, if I talk about the killings, if I talk about who beat up who and all that, everybody will be happy. But if I talk about who haven't killed anybody, trust and believe there's gonna be some pushback and people gonna be mad. And then somehow, some way it's gonna get ruined. So I'm gonna let the New York Times magazine interview these dudes and talk about it. And I just want y'all to know I put them together. But yeah, I don't want to talk about it, and then it blow up. So as of right now, the only sit downs that I know is coming up. They all Hispanic, and they've been sitting down. What they do is they use my backyard in L.A. They use it to fight each other with gloves, so they don't shoot each other. So that's going to be coming up in October. But they already sat down a couple times. Yeah, I do too. Whoever Mike is, man, you just hit my heart. Pray that all the Pyrus and the beefs amongst themselves. Yeah, um, that's 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 uh that's hell of a man. I've been messing with the loot spark for a long time now, and somebody hit me on YouTube and said if I come into the mob, they're gonna kill me. And I'm like, damn, man, I'm trying to save your life as much as I'm trying to save mine. But even the fruit town and the treetop. I was asked to get out of that when I was putting something together. So it's like, man, I want all people to be alive, man, and be able to fight if you have to. I don't want you to fight, but if you got to fight, but ain't no reason for us to kill each other and be this good against that good. Not when we all in the same. Um, it says, is it true that most of the Bloods and Crips are banging on wax? 1 and 2 are deceased. Nah, Sin Low, that's my partner on Instagram. He's alive. Domino from Long Beach, he's still alive on the Crip side. Tweety Bird just died, though. That's my dog, man. He had a canary yellow glass house back in the days. Had Tweety Bird on it. So I know Sin Loke and Domino still alive. I don't know all the Crips from Banging on Wax, but of course you know that Big Y is still alive. Little Hawk is still alive from the blood side. Um, I can't even think of who else was on there. But yeah, nah, everybody not dead. Just know that. Not from the Banging on Wax. Yeah, free man Ronald. All right, Grant. Yeah, you remember I missed. I'm glad I missed. I had no Bennett's trying to fire on you. I was mad at Cody. I wasn't mad at you. You was just lying in my face, man. Don't be lying to me, man. You might as well write a book, Skip. You got all the stories. Yeah, I am gonna write a book. Was Lil Doc chopping up dogs? I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you another story about Lil Doc. So there was a truck in the backyard. Y'all see the backyard where I'll be having the Hispanics. They be back there fighting each other, right? Where all the peace agreements happen. So look, there was a truck back there, and it was Lil Doc truck. And I told Lil Doc he had to move it, and he said, "All right." And I went and asked the dude down the street. I said, "Hey man, can you move this truck for me? Because dude ain't moving it." So he went, he seen it. He said, "I'm gonna come get it Wednesday." So then Friday came, the truck was still there. So I called him and said, "Hey man, why you ain't come get the truck?" And he said, "Doc said whatever I do to his truck, he gonna do that to me." And dude was gonna chop up the truck. So I don't know if Doc chop up dogs or not, but he damn sure scared the shit out of my mechanic to where he didn't come get that truck. And I called Doc, and I just thought he was lying. So I called Doc, said, "Man, did you tell him you was gonna do that?" Doc started laughing. He said, "I'm gonna move the truck, Skip. Don't worry, I'm gonna tell him to come get it." And I didn't know what to believe. I was like, "Damn, dude, Doc be chopping up people?" Said, "Dogs, I don't know." Yep, yep, yep. Salutations, big cat. Oh yeah. When my arm was broke. Hey, look, Trey. So look, when my arm was broke, shit, I ain't had no insurance. So Trey Ware, all about cars. Um, Julio took the cast off, and you know how I got the cast on. I can say it now. It might be just seeing how you watching Grant. I tried to beat the dog shit out of the little white one, the youngest son, man, and you know, I don't know if y'all ever heard that saying that this is gonna hurt me more than it hurt you. Like I don't know if y'all ever got a whooping, and your parents, grandparents said it's gonna hurt me more than it hurt you. Well, it did. It broke my arm trying to hurt him. This school 15 between Western and Normandy. 15th Street between Western and Normandy. Pico and Venice. Yeah, I don't know what school that is. I know that area, but I didn't go down past that. I didn't go north of Venice that much. Peace from the East Coast. Gray, gray. Wolfpack, yes indeed. Didn't those Bloods used to get along? Bloods always got along. We used to look for each other. Oh yeah, I gotta say something, man. Y'all sitting it to my grandfather, man. My grandfather is OG Marv, the Ayatollah. I don't know if y'all seen an interview he did where he said Pyru is different than blood. Let me tell you, man, going to jail at a young age, Pyru and blood, we was all the same. We was happy to see each other. We gonna stand back to back and fight anybody want to fight us. In my day and age, we were like maybe um, 7-1. It'd be 7 Crips to every 1 blood. But in his day and age, it was like uh, 12-1. You know, and it wasn't all Pyrus. It was the Brims out there. It was the 20 Outlaws, the Rolling 20s NHB. It was Inglewood Family, Chain Gang, Athens Miller, Bebops, Bishops. Man, we looked for each other. I ain't had no clue what a Bebop watch was, but when I met the homie, what's the homie name? Homie caught a case on Slauson and Crenshaw. But when I met him, I didn't know what bebop was, but I didn't give a damn. That was gonna be my homeboy because he was solid and shit. We in jail together. But that's how I go. So nah, we did get along, man. It wasn't until about 1993 when NHPs and the Crenshaw Mafia started having beef, and then the PDLs and the P9s started having beef. All that's like 93. And things got kind of weird from there. It was hard to put it back together. Even though I tipped my hat to the NHPs and Crenshaw Mafia, man, it's back to normal. Ain't no hard feelings or nothing, and a lot of shit happened. Um, but yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know how to get it back. I do my best, but let me see here. A lot of childhood friends grew up. 20, a lot of them retired mid city. Actually, yep, 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 yep. I know that for a fact. Uh, Mid City Stoners. Yeah. Don't compete with each other, eat with each other. Yes, indeed. R.I.P. Red Rum. Little leak from the Avs. Yes, sir. Just seen you about a month ago, I think. Um, R.I.P. to Red Rum for real, no question. I'm the one from the era. Looters and Mob was one, exactly. Even when they split, it was this new age. Yeah, man, I feel you. Whoever that is, Raw Media. Man, I remember Suge Knight threw something at Looters Park. And shit, I went. All the 20s went. Well, I can't say all, but a lot of us went. We was about 12 deep. I even took my son, Jonathan. Um, he went with me to that. Uh, and it was all love. It was Elm, Looters, Mob, Hollywood, everybody, Fruit Town, Treetop. They wasn't beefing then. Yeah, yeah. I remember Rock and Roll Gangsters. That's A-Line. Plus an alliance of different gangs just join to combat the Crips. Right. So the Bloods back in the days, they wasn't even considered Blood. So just think about it. It was Athens Park. There was the Brims. It was the 20 Outlaws and West Side 20s. Um, if you think about the Miller Gangsters, the Pueblo Bishops, the Bishops, they wasn't Bloods. Nobody was Bloods. It was the fact that they wouldn't claim Crips. And that's what put everybody together as a Blood. So it was the Blood module that put everybody as a Blood. It was the deputies, LA County Jail, put them together as Bloods. None of them neighborhoods claimed Blood. I mean, the West Side 20s, NHB, became neighborhood Bloods, but that's 76, 77. But all the other gangs, the Chain Gang, the 20 Outlaws, they didn't have Bloods at the end of their name. They became Bloods. The Brims didn't have Bloods at the end. Blackstones was Blackstones. Didn't nothing become Blood until after going to jail and all that stuff. Blood's got long, yep. Oh, it was Hobart Elementary School. Yep, I lived on Hobart too. But I lived on 1932 South Hobart. So I lived on the other side of Washington. Yeah. Red Neighbor. We need Squeak. I did an interview with Squeak and Big Y when Big Sipe died. Um, yeah, Squeak's my dog. He was speaking on Black Woman being for Raru Bloods. Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know who be speaking on whack. Oh, yeah. The Ayatollah was speaking on whack. But I want y'all to get back. Yeah, that's Granddaddy. Get back to him, man. Pyrus and Bloods, we the same. It's just like, what type of blood are you? You say, well, I'm a Pyru. Well, I'm a Brim. Well, I'm a Rolling 20. Well, I'm from Waterfront. Or I'm from Two P's and a B. But it's all the same, man. Well, I can't tell you about now, but I'm gonna tell you back then it was. But yeah, tell G Marv that. So Skip said, man, we the same. We ain't no different. But just imagine this. Okay, so I've been with Marv, Baba Louie, China Dog, all them. Say if we hanging out on at Lewis Park or we hanging out at Gonzalez Park, the Crips not gonna come and the police not gonna come and say, oh, we only here to get Pyrus. We're not gonna take none of you Bloods to jail. Or the Crips not gonna come and say, oh, we only shooting Pyrus. We not gonna shoot none of y'all Bloods from LA or somewhere else. Everybody gonna get shot. Everybody gonna go to jail. So tell me what's the difference? I don't see the difference. But I mean, if it is, any Dalton gangster Blood still living. You know what? The founder of that is home. Lee B is home. I ain't talked to him. We friends on Facebook, but Lee B is home. Lee B and my homeboy Crazy B. Them was the two that I know started that. It might have been Lee B by itself and Crazy B joined in, or might have been Crazy B was over there. Crazy B always had girls everywhere, so I don't know. But that was their spot. That's what they was doing, and it was popping back then. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. 6-4 in the room, 5-9 in the room. Salute you, brother. Watched a lot of your videos, funerals on both, softball games, community coming together. It's excellent. Keep shining. I appreciate the love, man. So many people talk bad to me, telling me I should stop and all that. So I appreciate it. It was a dungeon talk. It means you're from Georgia. You're from the dungeon family. Uh, I told her, yeah. Tell him I got a lot of love for him, man. I still consider him my granddaddy, but can't put it out there that Pyrus and Bloods are different. I just don't see it. Um, I lived in the Campanellas for about 3 years. Wasn't no different. My office, where is exactly where Cynthia Nunn is. Um, ain't no difference. I'm at her house. Shit, at least 2, 3 times a month. If I'm not at her house, I'm at her building or we somewhere together and we all together. And ain't nobody saying, "Oh, we different. Why is the blood here? This is for Pyrus only." It's not like that. So I don't know. And yeah, he gonna talk about he older than me, and he is. Um, example. Oh God, yes sir. Any hood story? What happened? MS-13. Much love and respect. We ain't never got into it with the MS-13s. We got into it with the Mid City Stoners. We had a war with them, but as I said in the chat up here, shit, we was at one time together. Half of them went to Mid City Stoners. The Mid City Stoners got black people in it. Half of them went to Mid City Stoners. The other half went to Rolling 20s. So it was a situation. My homeboy, Insane Wayne, got killed, and we couldn't get over it. It went to a war. It was a fight. Insane Wayne was winning the fight. The dude hit him in the head, shot him in the head. Insane Wayne and homie Big One Punch, they brothers. Uh, and that was the war with the Mid City Stoners, and it was horrible. But right now, shit ain't nothing. Ain't no shootings, ain't no writing on the walls, ain't nothing. And Mid City Stoners is 13. They're Southside gang with Bloods. And did you hear about Outlaw 20 Grams in New York? To me, that don't make sense. But I'm only speaking for me. The Outlaw 20 Grams. So the Outlaw 20s. So there's a street called 20th and Naomi. That's where my mama grew up, on 20th and Naomi. It's a school right there called 20th Street Elementary School. But then on 24th, closer to Central, um, that's where the YMCA and all that was. They had youth centers over there, and there was a YMCA too on was at 27th and Griffin. And I come out of All People's Christian Center on Stanford and 20th Street. So at some point, the Outlaws and the 20s came together. It was Rolling 20s and Outlaws, and they just became one. But the Brams is totally different. So in New York to have a mixture of Outlaw 20s and Brams, that's something new to New York, but not from out here. Yeah. I'm not on StreamYard. I got to figure that out. I see Kev Mack on there, and somebody else I did an interview. I think it was American Cholo. I think he's on StreamYard. So I got to figure that out. Sell them shirts. The phone. Let's see, it's official. Yep, go on the website. Go on Second Call website. Leave a message. There's a young lady, Carmelita. I'll make sure she gives one out to you. Keep them boss moves. Big skill. And did the right pocket thing. Start with the Bloods. I think I remember the right earring and the right pocket, and it was just anything to go to not be identified as a Crip. How about Tracy Pugh Inglewood, man? If he ain't most gangster of all gangsters, Tracy Pugh is a G. Can't take nothing from him. I ain't never heard nothing bad about him. Yeah, Tracy Pugh is, so what make a person a G, in my opinion, is being outnumbered and willing to fight at any time. And the Crips is all out there, 2, 3 carloads, and Tracy Pugh like, well, what's happening? What y'all want to do? And he's not talking to one person; he's talking to 12 people. So, in my opinion, that's what makes him a G. I don't know nothing much else about him other than the fact that he was never turned down a fade, always ready to fight, and being outnumbered. And plus, he's older than me. So, yeah. Tracy Pugh, tip my hat. Let's say shout out to my, I don't know what to say, eight to nets. I don't know. Do you remember the Arlington skating rink? Come on, man. Arlington skating rink right there. It was on Washington. It wasn't on Arlington. It's on Washington. I was showing one of my kids the other day. Yeah, of course I remember that. Sunday nights, we go from the Arlington skating rink, catch the Van Ness bus to the Rosecrans skating rink. Except it was a big difference. Get to Rosecrans, it's like a crip meeting. Come to Arlington, it's like a blood meeting. What happened to the Inglewood Weirdo Bloods? I don't know. I only knew about two of them. I always thought they was Avenue Pyrus or CPBs, but they had their own thing, and maybe about 15 of them. But they was definitely shit. I don't know why they call themselves weirdos. They was definitely gangster. They held their own. Big wink from Swan. What's going on, brother? Um, Big Taco. I don't know Wink from Swan. I know Wink from Blackstone. He rest in peace. He was a guy who was paralyzed. I did a little thing today. I saw somebody get hit on a mini bike, and they picked him up and took him. Wink got shot in front of the Ralphs. Wink from Blackstone got shot in front of the Ralphs. And one of my family members, she was dating him, so her and a couple other people put him in the car, drove him to the hospital, and the doctors told him the reason he's paralyzed is because they moved him. So, you know. Mm-hmm. And Big Taco, I don't know which Big Taco. There's a Big Taco from Villains. There's a Big Taco from Guardian of Payback. Big Taco from Family. Big Taco from NHP. Big Taco from NHP. Yeah, he crazy. He crazy, motherfucker. He's not Mexican. He's El Salvadorian. Yeah, I was in jail with him once, but we was on the street together most of the time. The '90s, I was at Rogers Park in Inglewood. Taco salad. Yes, indeed, Junior. I used to kick it on Bronson and Venice, depending on who I was with. But yeah, that's the area right there. Uh, yeah, hit the like and subscribe. Are the Millers still active? Hell yeah, they active. Somebody said hell nah, but the Millers are still active. Is there any new peace meetings? Uh, Say Taco finally got his visa. Okay, well then he'll be coming home. I know my baby mama went out of town. She was in Mexico or something, one of them resorts, Cabo or something. I don't know where she was at. And say this dude, they were speaking Spanish, and this dude looked in and said, "How many of y'all motherfuckers is it?" And she looked and seen the tattoos and said, "You sound like you from LA." He said, "Yeah, I'm from Inglewood." And she said, "Do you know Skipp?" And he said, "Yeah, it's a homie." So she said that was Taco working out there in Cabo or whatever. But so I didn't know he got a visa. I didn't know he's on his way back. Any peace meetings? Not right now. Yep, Rogers Park. Big Taco from NHP. He's in Mexico, but yeah, he was at Cabo. He was working in Cabo. My back mama seen him. Yep. But look, man, I did better than I thought I was gonna do on this right here. I ain't never did this just live and talk to the people, man. Y'all make me feel good, man. Talking about Mad Ronald, and all the different things that happened, all the positive. Talking about Red Rum and Marcel, which is mental illness. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to go back to work, y'all, and get some things done. But shit, man, hit that like and subscribe, man, and tell everybody. Put the Cash App right here. What is it? I'm gonna take my glasses off. I can't even see the second call. Skipp. There you go, right there. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe, man. Trying to see what I can do with this podcast, but let everybody know I'm not doing no more war stories, good, bad, this and that, man. I just want to help people make sure that we get people ain't triggered off their loved ones being killed. Let's talk about some positivity, and let's get some more of these good stories going where we get people to be down with these peace agreements. So that's about it. So uh, look at these last ones, and I'm out of here. I'm gonna do more lives. I'm gonna try to do live Sunday. Next Sunday though, next Sunday I got this dude from New York, Shamir. I'm gonna have him on. Him and this girl from Connecticut or something. They do a lot of content, so I just want to get them the platform. But Sunday after that, I'll probably do a live again. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end out. Let me see. I was born in '66. I think I'm a little older than you. He was born in '63, '66. I was born in '63. Um, I remember the Clantones 14 was cool with the blacks. I remember the Clantones too. They was on some of the Clantones was over there in the '60s for Hyde Park, Florence, '67, over by the elementary school. Um, Dungeon Talk, appreciate that. Skip, too cool. Thanks, Big Cat. Yeah, staying solid from the prison to the streets. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. If y'all got something you can send, go ahead and send it to me. And if not, man, I got major love for you all. Hit the like and subscribe and tell somebody, man, to log on to Skipp Townsend, man. I'm gonna give you some good content. I ain't gonna just be sitting here telling stuff where people want to go back and shoot at each other and all that. I'm gonna see if I can keep everybody alive. And remember, the life you save could be your own. That's why I do it. I'm trying to save my life as much as I want to save yours too. I'm really trying to save mine. So, all right, love, peace, and hair grease. I'll see y'all later.